Shanti. Om Shanti. So very beautiful song was played. Very beautiful. The meaning is, when God is with us, where is the need to be scared of anything? Success is always with us when we hold His hands. Who has sung this song? Who has sung this song? Yes? Huh? We. Yes, we must say like this. We have sung this song. That Baba, you are with us, and there is no need for me to be scared of anything, because you are with me. Always success is with me. Success is with me because I am holding your hand. Holding your hand means Srimad. It is not in the gross form, but it is in the subtle form that the soul says, I am holding the hand of Baba, implying that I am following his Srimad. So this is what this song says. So today the topic that has been announced is the power of good wishes. When this topic was being announced, immediately a thought came to my mind. We had heard about various powers. But did we ever hear about the power of good wishes before? Before coming to Baba? Did we hear about this power? No. And yet we know how powerful is this power of good wishes. How effective is this power of good wishes. The whole transformation of the entire world takes place through this power of transformation, power of good wishes. Although we say, I wish you this, whether it becomes practical or not, we never bother to see. We never check. But in the confluence, when we become Baba's children, then we get a special blessing. We have all heard about the law of karma. What does it say? As you sow, so shall you reap. Right? And law of karma is widely accepted, generally accepted. Maybe it is said in different words. At times it is said, if you sow thorns, you cannot reap corns. As you do, so will be the result. And so on, in various ways. But when we become Brahmins, when we become Baba's children, we understand much deeper implication of this law. It is not merely we reap what we do, but Baba also tells us, children, your thoughts have power, your speech has power. This is why generally when mothers are bringing up their children, what do they tell them? You must always be good. You must always speak nice things about yourself. Why? In Hindi, there is a word which says tatha astu. As you desire, so would you receive. Sometimes people say, I'm like this, I'm like that, or they're not talking very well about themselves. There are many stories in Indian scriptures. One story I will tell you, story of Satyanarayan. You must have heard about this story. It seems God comes in the form of an old Brahmin and asks the people, they were carrying something with them, and he asked them, what are you carrying? So one of them says, he spoke the truth, that I am carrying this. The second one said, oh, I am not carrying anything. It is just the grass and leaves I am carrying. So it seems, because he was God in the form of an old Brahmin in an incognito form, he says to the second one, tatha astu, to both of them, tatha astu. Whatever you have said, let it be the truth. So, the wealth that second person was carrying, it turned into grass and leaves, and the things that the other person was carrying, they turned into real wealth. Which means, why I am saying about this story is that at times it is not merely our actions that matter, but when we become Brahman children, it is our words also that matter. As you speak, so you receive. If you say, well, I am not very courageous, I am like this, I have no power, no strength, nothing. Baba says you are pure children. Pure children. And in India, purity has lots and lots of power, it is believed. Lots of power. After becoming Baba's children, pure children, if we say anything, it will become true. We gather so much of power purer the thoughts, purer the feelings, more will be the strength in our words. Many times when Brahmins meet, what do they say? They say, I had met Dadi last time, Dadi, you had said this, and this became true. Which means the words that Dadi spoke were so true, so appropriate, that it became a blessing for me. Just as it holds good with Dadis, with the seniors, similarly it holds good with all of us. This is why Baba stresses upon the fact that you must always speak good words about yourself and about others also. Further down, speech has its roots in the thoughts. And what are the good wishes? They are not tangible, they cannot be seen, but they are our pure thoughts. This is what is said in general parlance, common parlance, as you think, so you become. And there is not only one story, several, hundreds of them, where a person thinks well about the self and he or she gains courage. It seems once there was a big log of wood lying and people were invited to pick it up, but to lift it. But it was not possible for anyone. Ultimately, a person, Rajputs are known for their bravery. They are very valiant people. So, when he comes, very thin, lean person, and people say to him, oh, you are a Rajput. You belong to the family of Rajput. Can't you lift this up? And it seems that man gained so much strength through this thought that he was able to lift that log of wood. It's a story. Similarly, you would have observed whatever sort of thoughts we have, many a times we find that they become a reality. Do you have this experience? You have this experience? Everyone, I'm sure. Everyone has this experience. Whatever you think, whatever quality of thoughts you have, it becomes a reality. So when we talk about the power of good wishes, the strength, the emphasis is on two words: power and good wishes. Which means it is not merely only once or twice or casually you have good wishes. No. It will convert into power when it becomes a regular and a constant feature with you. You get my point? If it is only once, then probably it is success or may not be. But if it is a habit with you, if it becomes a nature with you, if it becomes a part and parcel of your way of thinking, then it becomes a power. Just as if you perform something, once you have done it, you are not proficient in it. You have performed it, but you are not proficient. You become proficient when you perform in the same way again and again and again. Similarly, this becomes, your thoughts convert into a power when we hold on to only those quality of thoughts. Is that clear? Is that clear with you? Is it clear? When you can convert it into power, when again and again and again repeatedly, just as if I speak a lie, let me clarify this through an example. If I speak one lie, before that I never spoke a lie, after that I don't speak a lie, I will not be labeled a liar. But if it becomes a habit with me to speak lies, what would you say? She's a liar. Like sanskaras. When we repeat our actions again and again and again, they leave a mark on our soul, what we call personality traits or sanskaras. Similarly, the quality of my thoughts, if it is always having good wishes, then it becomes a power. And we have known, all of us have the experience, how the power of good wishes transforms the self and others. We get transformed how? You just see when we come to Baba, how he transforms our thinking. First thing that he handles is our thinking, our thought process. We sit in meditation, we know nothing about meditation. What do the sisters say? You are just to give yourself a thought that I am a pure and a peaceful being. Isn't it? This is what initially we are taught when we sit in meditation. And we learn to tell ourselves again and again and again, whenever we sit in meditation, that I am a pure and a peaceful being. Daily you are giving yourself this shower. So, similarly, if I am to become powerful, effective in this power of good wishes, first thing is that I keep my intellect very clean and clear. What Bap Dada said nearly 2 years back, check your intellect whether it is clean and clear. If I have something in my heart, if I keep something in my mind, let's say if I have had a tiff with you, and I keep in my mind, oh, so-and-so soul is like this, is like that. She has this particular kind of trait. Which means, I am under your influence. Because my thinking is being affected by once the behavior that I confronted with you. Influence is not always that you are influenced by some person's traits or personality. Influence can be in various ways. And if I am carrying this with me, that so and so is like this, and always it remains in my unconscious mind or subconscious mind, whatever you say, that she is like that, which means I am definitely under your influence. I have not risen above it. And if I have not risen above it, how can I have good wishes for you? Never. Moreover, it is very easy to have good wishes for those with whom you get along well. But good wishes for those people with whom you have little conflicting sanskars, do you still have good wishes? We have to check. I recall my own life with Baba long back. I'm talking about nearly 25, 28 years back. There was a soul who always used to be a hindrance in my way. I would not do anything wrong, but still, some karmic accounts. I thought that next time when Dadi comes, I will definitely tell her that, Dadi, you teach the lesson of good wishes, well, I can't have this. And really I did that. Dadi Prakashmani came. I said to her, Dadi, it is not possible for me. At that time we were young. Why should I bother about that soul? Dadi smiled. And she said, no, you must still have. I said, Dadi, it is not possible for me. I do no wrong to that soul, and still that soul does like this. And I said to Dadi, you take it from me that I will not have bad wishes, because Brahmins, I believe, Brahmins can never have bad wishes for anyone. This is my faith and belief. Brahmins are very top quality people. They cannot think bad about others. They are our past days. We are much above them. I said to Daddy, Daddy, I will never have bad wishes, bad thoughts for that person. But if you say to me to have positively good thoughts for that soul, it is not possible for me at this stage. Daddy said, Asha, you have put your car in neutral gear. It will neither go forward nor behind. It will get stuck. You still have. I said, Daddy, you are saying, so I will do. But my mind does not accept this. Daddy said, still you do. And I tell you the fact, I did it. I did it, and that soul did not become my friend very soon, but all sorts of hindrances that I used to have, they stopped. So, it is very easy for us, with those with whom we get along well, those who are our friends, those who are near and dear ones, we have good wishes for them. But our real test of the power of good wishes would be when I am able to handle the negative and the neutral kind of behavior that I confront. Did you get the point? Good wishes, yeah. But to have such kind of good wishes which become a power, I believe our inside should be very, very clean. Clean, clear, as I said, pure, like crystal. Just as Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Janki, they don't keep anything in their heart. I have seen Brahma Baba. I know of a person who was causing problems for some teachers, and teachers complained to Baba. When that soul comes and sits in front of Baba, Baba, instead of having, what the sister said, Baba instead praises that soul like anything. And that person feels that I am such a bad person, Baba is praising me, and he says, no Baba, I am like this, I am like this, I am like... Baba says, no child, there is no better serviceable person than you. And this transformed that soul. This is the power of good wishes. Where Baba, just by having pure good wishes for the soul, uttered a few words in his praise, and the soul recognizes, well, I am not capable of all this, but Baba is saying maybe it is truth. That recognition, realization is there, and the soul is transformed. This is the power of good wishes. Third thing, this intellect should be very, very unlimited. Power of good wishes is for everyone. Everyone. Flora and fauna both. Friends and foes both. For everyone. It cannot be personal. It cannot be individual. Once we teachers had a meeting in Delhi, and the system is that before we hold formal meeting, we have some or the other topic on which we have spiritual discussions. So Dadi Gulzar was there, and the point came up that when we are to give good wishes for a particular soul, supposing the soul has to undergo some surgery and operation is on, many times we are told to sit in meditation. So at that time we are remembering that soul. Is it right or wrong? Dadi Gulzar said, it should not be personal. When you sit in meditation, we said, Dadi, but since the surgery is going on that particular soul, naturally that soul will emerge in our mind. Dadi said, true. But what you should do is, you have in your mind that you are sitting for this purpose, but who is to give strength? It is Baba who is to give strength. By emerging that soul, you are remembering that soul, And you are giving only that much of power that you have. Instead, remember Baba and tell Baba, Baba, I am sitting for this purpose, and then just get engrossed in the remembrance of Baba. Forget that soul. Baba will automatically send vibrations to that soul. Why? She said, if we start doing like this, we create our accounts. So in the confluence, we are not to create any accounts. We are to clear our accounts. And the only way to clear our accounts is by having deep connection with Baba. All the give and take that we do at the confluence is with the Baba. If it is with individual souls, it creates accounts. So this was a subtle thing that we understood. What is meant by being unlimited? Having unlimited intellect. It cannot be for any personal purpose. It cannot be for one individual, but we have to rise above. Apart from this, good wishes can work through that mind which is selfless. Selfless. If I keep something in my mind, some ulterior motive, or some desire, and then give good wishes, it will not work. It is selfishness. I need to check my mind and intellect. Is it really free of selfishness? It can be in any way. Either receiving some benefit from the soul, or some other reason. I need to check. It has to be selfless. Okay? Niswart. And this is because power of good wishes is an tool of service. I look at it as tool of service. And any service that we perform, any service that we do, if it is above selfishness, then it bears fruits. But if there is anything, any desire that I should get this in return, then it does not bear fruits at all. So this has also to be checked. How is my mind? Is it selfless? Or has some selfish, ulterior motive in the mind? Similarly, another thing is, am I really detached? Or some attachment is there? If there is attachment, again, good wishes will not work. Remember, attachment is a vice according to Baba. Although it looks very sweet, but it is a vice. Ultimately, it brings sorrows and unhappiness. And the fact is, experience says, we will be able to perform our duty of giving good wishes in a much better manner when I am detached. We give examples. A surgeon performs surgery on so many patients, but if you bring his own son in front of him, his hands will shake. Why? Attachment. The more we are detached, the more we will be dutiful, and more our tool will be effective. At times, in India, I don't know about the foreign lands, but in India, mothers say to Baba, Baba, please, please open the lock of my husband's intellect. Baba, please do this. What is it? Why only your husband? Why not others also? Attachment. And where there is attachment, I believe, whatever good wishes you have, they don't work. They don't work. You have to detach yourself. Because it is, your thought itself is colored by something which is undesirable. How will it work? I recall my own experience. I was so attached to my parents, my family, small. Too much, you cannot imagine. You cannot imagine. So attached. But it is Baba who takes care of the souls. One day, there was a sentence in the Murli, which is always there, nothing new, but a point of time has to be there. And therein Baba said, children, you have had 84 births. 84 births means 84 parents. Which meant they were not my parents in the last birth, and they're not going to be my parents in the next birth. It just hit my intellect. I understood. So, when I'm attached, then probably it converts into sorrows, tears. But when you're detached, then your good wishes work. So detachment. We need to ask ourselves, should it only be for my own family people? Should it only be for Canada? Should it only be for UK? No. We are there only for one birth. Before that we were somewhere else. And so we owe our responsibility to all the souls of the world. So need to be broad intellect and detached. And then another thing is, which is very, very important, and that is very frequently, we do not have patience. When we make use of this power of good wishes, then what do we say? Just as I said to Dadiji, very frequently, enough is enough, I have had enough of it. And Dadis tell you, no, you must have. You say, well Daddy, I am so weak in it, I can't do anymore. You remember when we were small children, when we used to eat mangoes and then the seed of the mango, what we used to do is to sow it, and the next morning we used to wonder why the leaves are not coming out. And after 1 or 2 days, what we used to do? Just remove the earth and see it is just like that still. And we will never get mangoes. Same thing holds good with us. We have good thoughts, we have good wishes, but we have no patience. We want it to work very fast. It can work very fast. It can. But we want the results very, very soon. We should become proficient in it, become powerful in it, only then it will work fast. It will work fast, no doubt, it will. But slowly. First we have to become powerful, no? Just by 1 or 2 thoughts or 10 thoughts or 20 thoughts, result is not going to come. It has to be our nature. And when we are patient enough and then keep working on it, it pays. We do get the results. Along with this, there is one thing that Dadi Manohar Indra used to teach us. In the beginning we used to conduct meditation shibirs, Rajyoga shibirs, what are called in India. And if we have conducted the class, next morning Dadi used to tell us, when you sit in Amrit Vela for meditation, immerse the whole class and give them drishti. Because at that time you are in the position where you are performing your duty. It is not merely your good wishes, your performance, but it needs the power of the Almighty also. So in the morning when you sit in meditation, remember Baba and then give them drishti. Which implies not merely remembering Baba, but this power will become better when I also practice bit of silence. Silence makes the power strong. And when I am in silence, all the other thoughts are in silence, then these good wishes have ample time to perform their work. If my mind is having too many thoughts, this is also essential. Brahmins generally do not have too many thoughts. The thoughts of Brahmins should reduce day by day, the quantity. Quantity of thoughts should reduce day by day. Because we are getting free of negative, we are getting free of waste, and we are getting more and more focused and concentrated. So when you are more focused, you will observe you are in deep silence. When you are totally focused, you are in deep silence. Silence helps this power to be effective. And then, side by side, what is essential is keep doing it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Very frequently we tend to give up. Now this has so much of strength. There are several stories, several experiences which all of you must be having. How our good wishes transformed the souls or made certain things possible. Okay, this is what is said Shubh Bhavana and Shubh Kamna in Hindi. Shubh Bhavana. Shubh Bhavana, I emphasized on this in the beginning. It is not merely one or two. It is not merely a few. But it has to be bhavana. It has to be total. Flow of those thoughts should be of good wishes. Okay? Then we will be victorious, then we will be successful, and then it will bear fruits. Okay, if there are any questions now, I'll welcome them. Maybe from question something more comes up. Is the topic clear to you? Clear? Okay. Yeah. Yes, sister? Not everything was audible. Hardev, did you understand the whole thing? Hardev, even did you understand? You understand? No? Okay. Come closer. Or if there is a microphone?
So, when we have a project, like a service project, I speak to you, a service project, and it's not going ahead, and you've done good wishes, positive thoughts, everything's planned, and there's one person who's just not doing that job to make it go ahead, and you've gone to them 1, 2, 3 times, still are not doing it. How do we know whether it's the drama,
Okay.
or timing, or that soul needs to keep pushing it or waiting?
Okay, very nice. She says that we have been having good wishes and planned everything we do. Sometimes we move ahead also. But there is one soul, supposing there is one soul which does not keep pace with us or lags behind. How do we know it is drama? How do we know it is his weakness, etc.? I will answer this after this. Here I would like to say, keep doing it. Don't keep a tab. No. Keep doing it. Why? If you keep a tab, then that soul may not like it. So, it will not receive also what you are giving. It will just have a big blockage. So, better keep performing your role. And my role is always to be giving. Okay. Yes. You can take the microphone.
Shanti. Sometimes the good wishes aren't completely true, so you think you're having good wishes, but it's a bit patronising. That person should change, so I'll give good wishes. Where true good wishes have to be very humble, accepting that that person is fine, and then they're real good wishes.
This is what I said, selfless. Selfless. It should be totally free of selfish motive. If you think that if I give good wishes and receive the other person should patronize, no. Selfless. Because there is a law. Actually, it is our short-sightedness. If we are far-sighted and we know the eternal law of drama, drama says, eternal law of karma says, if you do good, you will receive good. Isn't it? But very frequently, due to our own short-sightedness, we want the results soon. It does not happen. So we become restless. The basic law, if I do good, I am going to receive good ultimately, no matter what's happening now. But ultimately it is going to be good only. So firm faith in your goodness is also essential. Okay? Yes. Anything else? Anything else? Then I'll end it with a story. Anyone else? Okay. How many of you have little background of Ramayana? Ramayana the epic? Okay. So this is an example from Ramayana, which means Sri Ram, he has to go for a battle with Ravan, that is the demon king. So what happens is, as Ram is proceeding with his army, there is one fine day, something is said by one Pandit, a guru, that he has to make Shivlinga, the idol of Shiva, oval-shaped stone. He should make that kind of temple, worship it, and for this purpose, a Brahman is needed. It is a story. Brahman in that area was no one except this Ravan. So what happens is, Sri Ram asks Hanumanji, Hanuman, the monkey deity. You have seen that? Hanuman, the picture of Hanuman? No. Hanumanji, that you go and invite Ravan to perform this puja. Now what happens? He goes, Hanumanji goes, and Ravan does not come. Fine. Sri Ram is surprised that he is a Brahman, and Brahman understands duties he should come. Why didn't he come? So he looks at Lakshman. Lakshman smiles that since Ravan did not come, when Hanuman went, how is he going to come if I go? But Sri Ram understood, and it seemed he asked Hanuman, Hanuman, what did you go and say to him? So Hanuman was very straightforward person. He said, I said to Ravan, oh Ravan, King Ram is calling you. So Ravan said, I am not going to come. Sri Ram said, this is not the way to invite a king. When you are needing him, there is a way to do that. So he said to Lakshman, Lakshman, you go, and when you go to the court of Ravan, you must praise Ravan, address him with different titles, and then say that Sri Ram, the one who is living in the forest, is inviting you to perform the worship or puja. Lakshman goes, and when he says this, it seems Ravan comes. Ravan comes and he brings Sita also along with him and comes and performs that puja. Now Ravan wanted to die in the hands of Ram, God Ram, it seems. So after performing puja, this is now important dialogue which is very beautiful in Hindi, but many of you will not understand, so I speak in English. It's very beautiful in Hindi. He says, after performing puja, some, what do you call dakshina? Dakshina is given. The one who invites has to give some money or some gifts to the person who performs the puja. So Sri Ram says to Ravan that I want to give you something. So Ravan says, what can you give me? Now he's taunting. Now what can you give me? Doesn't matter, leave it. Then Sri Ram says, no, I definitely, honestly want to give you something. Oh, the one whose wife is not there with him, the one who is just wandering in the forest, the one whose subjects are not with him, what can he give to me? Then he says, Ram says, no, still I want to give you something. Then Ravan says, you only give me this thing that I should not become influenced by your good wishes. Because through his good wishes, he would be killed, isn't it? Because he wanted to die in the hands of Ram, he said, I should not become influenced by your good wishes. So good wishes are something which can convert an enemy into your friend. You know, nowadays there are many systems in the world also, professional world also, where people are making use of the methods of good wishes for conflict resolution. For conflict resolution. Supposing two people don't get along well, then they are making use of this method of silence and good wishes. And Baba has of course told us about the strength or the value of all these good wishes. And we know how they work. So when doctors tell us how they work. Nowadays doctors tell us that when we sit in meditation we should give good vibrations to different parts of our body. They will receive it. How do we transform the whole nature? Through good wishes. So in the evening, generally Dadi Gulzar tells us, in the evening when we sit in meditation, let us place ourselves on the globe, just as Sri Krishna is sitting on the globe. Similarly, we are sitting with Baba on the top of the globe and then giving good vibrations to the entire world. This practice we must do daily. Daily. Because we are the ancestors. And we are responsible for the whole world, the whole tree. You just see, where are we placed? In the foundation, in the roots of the tree. Which means to every single leaf we have to give sustenance. So this is our responsibility. Daily in the evening, for a few minutes, we should place ourselves on the top of the globe and then give good vibrations to the entire. Okay? Okay. Om Shanti. Huh? Okay. My name is Sister Asha. I'm from New Delhi and came in Gyan when I was just 9 years old. Been with Baba from 1958 and presently received the sustenance of Mama and Baba both, and presently for last 35 years I've been in Delhi, Pandav Bhavan, and still from Pandav Bhavan I'm in Pandav Bhavan as well as at ORC, the new complex Om Shanti Retreat Center, to both the places. And I take this opportunity to invite all of you to come and see Baba's new place, ORC. Okay? Om Shanti. Okay. There are two announcements. One, Sister Hemlata wants to meet the brothers and sisters from Caribbean, and there is right here, and after the class. And then there is a good news for you. I don't know, good or what. There will be ice cream today after lunch. Okay?
हम संपत्तिवान बने आपको पाकर। प्रीत की रीत इस दिल में भरी, तेरे प्यार में सदा यूं ही समा कर। तेरी यादों में मिली इतनी खुशी, आंखों की छवि तुम ही मेरी दुनिया। तेरे बिन ओ प्यारे बाबा क्या है जिंदगी, जिंदगी हुई अब तो तुमसे हंसी। तुमसे मिली हमें लाखों खुशियाँ, आंखों की छवि तुम